Before we get into the episode off the bat, since both Mike and Dom have seen Thor, what are your spoiler-free thoughts on this latest entry into the
before they
MCU?
before they even say anything, I just watched the fucking after credit scene and it pretty much spoiled the whole movie for me. And I'm sure they know what I'm talking about, but I knew something was
Oh,
gonna happen anyways.
All right, well, I
I
don't
know which one you
know any of
watched.
this, and
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no. So
people
that's
listening
all.
probably
I'm
don't.
not.
So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not.
let's
Of course, I'm
just.
not gonna say anything. Yeah, but it basically spoiled the whole movie.
Why
So
would
it's fine.
you watch it?
I don't know if you watched the mid-credit scene or the post-credit scene, but
Post
both.
post credit scene. Post credit scene.
Okay. I mean, both of the credit scenes spoil
Things.
pieces of the
Not
movie,
everything,
so.
but they spoil.
But it's something I already knew was gonna happen, so I don't really care.
All right, you're so cool, Todd. You know everything about the MCU. Like, what did you two think of the movie? Good, bad, enjoyable, non-enjoyable?
It was fine. I feel like I'm getting sullied by, like, I'm just reading reviews now and stuff, and a lot of people are criticizing it for being too jokey, which, yeah, I can see that.
Was that a turnoff for
And
you?
no, I mean, like, I had a good time watching it. I think I had some logistical problems about the end, but other than that, like, yeah, it was fine.
What specifically?
Let me go into detail for you, Dom. We did.
Yeah,
We did talk about it like at length, like after the film. So
it was fine.
Is this a top half MCU film? Bottom half? You haven't figured that out yet?
MCU,
I don't know. I feel like we
stay
put a lot
mid.
of stuff in the top
middle half.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Middle.
part
It's
for the
somewhere in the
course
middle.
This phase. A lot of mids.
I liked Doctor Strange too. Doctor Strange
Actually,
2
I think that was
is
the
up
best
there
thing
for
that
me.
came out.
I like that movie.
I don't understand the hate for that movie because I think that's the best thing that came out in the last couple of years.
I mean, I liked Spider-Man too. I don't like.
It's fine.
I didn't like it as much as the internet seemed to like it,
Mhm.
which is also fine. I mean, I still enjoyed it. I'll watch it again at some point now that it's on Disney Plus. Wait,
What?
Netflix? It's somewhere
What?
now.
Which
What?
one?
Spider-Man is out somewhere
Uh,
streaming now, right? Netflix.
No, it's on like Stars.
Oh, well, it's somewhere. You can stream it somewhere, right? I mean, you can also buy it too, so it's there.
You can just buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, the thing that I was most surprised about after watching this film was finding out that people didn't like Ragnarok. Like,
Oh wow, I
Yeah,
didn't know
there's
that was a
people out
thing.
there.
I like
Yeah,
Ragnarok a
there's
lot.
definitely people out there.
yeah, there's a big contingent of the internet that did not like Ragnarok.
For like a
I don't
specific
understand.
reason, or they just didn't like the movie.
I don't know.
Weird.
I didn't really
I don't
care.
think- I don't think they
Ragnarok's
like
probably
the joke.
easily in my top 10 for MCU, if not
Yeah.
like higher in the top 10. I just don't want to make a statement without thinking about it more, but I think it's definitely in my top 10.
I think I
One of
can
the-
confidently say that Civil War is my number one now
We know.
after watching it
We
again.
know, Todd. It's always
like,
Civil
easy,
War.
easy, easy,
It's
easy.
always been Civil War. It's
The
never
only
going to not be
story-
Civil War.
No,
It has
it's,
everything he loves: Robert
Iron
Downey
Man.
Jr., Chris Evans.
It doesn't.
Civil War.
It doesn't have Jake Gyllenhaal though.
True.
Or what's the? No, wait. Whose movies does Todd always pick? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Jake Gyllenhaal. It doesn't have Mephisto. Mysterio.
See, I didn't even like that. I thought that
did,
movie was
neither.
whatever.
Oh, I liked Spider-Man too, and I also really like some of the stuff with Mysterio. I thought was fucking great. Like the whole scene transition where he's like fighting him. I think
The
for the
train
first
part?
time. Yeah, I think it's the train time. That whole, everything about
Yeah.
the special effects there is fucking.
Yeah.
Oh
that
man,
sounds
that
cool.
scene is so good.
One when they're in the office building and he thinks he's talking to Fury.
Yeah, it's all the
And-
same
Oh, that's
scene, right?
towards the end, right?
Yeah.
I think that's how it starts, right? That scene.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Everything about that scene is so good. That ends with him like getting hit by a train, right? That's that scene. Is that
No,
what
I
happens?
think that's earlier actually. No, yeah, I think I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that
It's
scene
cool.
ends up with him getting hit by a train. Like he's going through like different
up.
visual things. Like it's not all the same. It just keeps like flipping around on him. I think Mysterio is also hitting him in between like these different scenes, and then it ends with him. I thought getting hit by a train. Maybe not. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know.
You might be thinking of the end of Little Nicky.
I definitely have never seen that
Oh,
movie,
that's
so
true.
I'm not thinking of that. But you know, so yeah, all right. I'm not the response I was hoping because I had high hopes for this Thor film, but I'll make my own opinion when I see it.
It's on the lower end of Rotten Tomatoes for Marvel movies too, which I was surprised by. I thought it would review well.
Not looking good for Taika's Star Wars film. People are getting bored of Taika's formula.
I heard the music's
Might
great
be
in it
the
though.
case.
Music great
Not
again in it.
as good as
Not as
Ragnarok's, I
good.
feel like.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to beat when they had like Zeppelin as like the main song. Like that's probably one of the coolest scenes.
Mm-hmm.
They went too hard on that one.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm excited.
It was still a good soundtrack. It's just, I don't know.
You think
I
Thor
keep on
2's
forgetting the Guardians in it.
You think Thor's 2 soundtrack is better than Guardians 1 soundtrack?
Thor 2? I don't remember what Thor 2's soundtrack was.
Oh, sorry, Ragnarok is 3. Whoops. Thor
You're
3.
talking Thor Love and Thunder or Ragnarok?
Ragnarok is 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I meant Thor 3.
Better than Guardians? It's a tough one.
I
That's
like
a tough
every
one.
single song in Guardians, so I
Yeah.
think I like most songs in Thor, but yeah, I like every fucking single song that's on that soundtrack.
I mean, Guardians made me care about the fucking Pina Colada song, so. Anyways, welcome, everyone, to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about the MCU too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah,
Okay, same old, same old.
Mm-hmm.
Hooked on a feeling?
Ooh, good Chaka.
Sure, we want to go. You want to do all the songs?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not going to be able to do that,
I'm
but
not
sure.
going to.
Also joining us this evening is the Fortnite father, Mr. Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
Good. I keep on spending money on Fortnite. I hate it.
Who else bought the Thor skins? Just me and Todd?
Did you
No, I
guys
got
get them?
stuff.
Oh shit.
They're just making so much
Fortnite is
money.
making so much money off the three of us alone.
Yeah, that's like $60 right there for just in a night.
Are you gonna buy them, Mike?
Just imagine how many people.
No.
Did you buy all the Naruto skins?
Yes.
All right. Well, they got you there. They're only gonna continue to add more anime now that they know the anime sickos are gonna pony up their pennies too. So.
Well, it depends. I'm wondering if they actually go through with a full blown Dragon Ball Z thing. Would I buy?
100%.
So I
What I
read an
get-
interesting thing about that. So the Celebration Battle Bus last year was the one where they did the Naruto Battle Bus.
Mhm.
It's like the first time the skins came out. The Celebration Battle Bus is set to disappear on August 16th. This
Is that
current
when-
Battle Bus.
Is that when the Dragon Ball Super movie comes out?
I think it's right around when the movie comes out, and we just found out that they're adding Dragon Ball stuff to the game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think it's very fair to say that they wouldn't just add Dragon Ball stuff and not add skins or some form of cosmetics. I mean, there have been things they've added, not skins of, in other cosmetics. So I don't want to just blanket say, yeah, skins are a lock, but I think it's safe to say skins are kind of a lock.
I know. It's. I always say this shit, but is Dragon Ball Z like? I know I get say jokey things about it all the time, but is it actually a good show?
I mean, Mike can speak more on Super, but I like Z and I like Dragon Ball. I watched them growing up though, so are they still good now? I'm sure they're fine, but Mike can probably speak more to that.
So what's better than Naruto or fucking Dragon Ball? What would you?
I mean, it's tough for me to say simply because again, Dragon Ball is so much older, and I watched it growing up. So no matter what, I'm gonna like Dragon Ball because I watched it when I grew up. But Naruto's probably a more fleshed out story, or at least I don't even want to say less filler because no, there's plenty of fucking filler. I don't know, Mike. How do you answer that question? I can't answer that question.
It depends on what you're looking for. Dragon Ball we'll skip for a bit. Dragon Ball Z is very much just, hey, these are excuses for these characters to fight. Naruto at least has like an overarching plot
Yeah.
in that Naruto wants to do a thing and everything is in service of doing that. I'm gonna ignore filler too.
I feel like
It's a whole other thing.
like obviously Dragon Ball Z has plot too, but I feel like the plot of Dragon Ball Z is constantly, here comes this motherfucker that wants to destroy the planet. Is that accurate? Or wants the Dragon Balls? Is that accurate?
Yeah, someone shows up and they're like, I want to do this, and then Goku's like, you seem strong, I want to fight you. And it's just leading up, it's just a bunch of excuses for why Goku does not fight this person immediately. He's like knocked out, and he's like, I gotta take a rest, you know, I gotta file my taxes, you guys fight for a bit, and then he finally shows up and he does the thing.
Yeah, and it's a lot of arcs of waiting for Goku to show up, basically, to
and we
save
give him our power.
Yeah, every once in a while you have to put your hands up. They use the spirit ball like maybe twice, 3 times, and it only really worked once.
I don't even remember the other times it being used. I remember the first time it gets used. I don't even remember the other times.
The one time it worked was when they fought Kid Buu.
Spoilers. Yeah, the first time he uses it against Frieza?
Vegeta.
Oh, use it against Vegeta when Vegeta is big?
When Vegeta shows up to Earth and like it's after he blows up Nappa and they're all fighting.
Yeah.
He does try using it, and then something happens. I forget exactly, but it like didn't work. I think he missed.
Oh yeah,
so it's a giant ball. And he missed.
I don't even remember him using it against Boo, but I haven't rewatched the Boo saga in a long time.
It's like at the very end.
Yeah.
I just like that the only episode I've ever seen is that stupid one I always talk about, and that's all I know about Dragon Ball. And
but that's not even from Dragon Ball Z. That's from Dragon Ball Super, right, Mike?
Oh, is it all? It's not all connected.
They're all connected, but they're different shows. Like Dragon Ball is when Goku is a child, which I like Dragon Ball. Okay. I think it's a little funnier than like the rest. I mean, I don't know about Super. Dragon
Ball is probably it's a different beast entirely because like he's little, he's just training. It's like it's a lot more jokey, and
he's naked at one point.
Naked at one point. He looks at young girl's underwear.
Yes.
Whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because I feel like Naruto has some really good story, like in it. I think they're both good shows.
If they ever release a broccoli skin, I'm fucking so grabbing that.
Like, if they do a third pack, Rock Lee is definitely going to be in that pack. I would imagine.
They do a third pack?
Like a third drop of new stuff.
Are there enough characters
like a third drop, not a third, like, they're all sold in packs. So yeah, there's 4 2-skin packs, but like a third rollout of characters.
Rock Lee will get Neji. We'll get
Neji?
What if we don't get skins and we only get other stuff?
That would be disappointing, I think.
We could get Cumulus Glider. And over 9,000.
Oh, you're talking about Dragon Ball. I mean, it's possible. When they added the Matrix stuff, I was pumped to get Matrix skins, and we just got fucking emotes and gun wraps.
I know, that's disappointing.
No, that's true.
So, like, there isn't, like, necessarily a precedent set for, like, if it's a collab, it's, you know, everything. So, we got Cobra Kai, we didn't get... And that's not the first time they've done that, but when you get some collabs, it's like Fortnite cast in Cobra Kai gi, and not, like, a fucking Johnny skin.
Yeah, something. What if we get Jonesy in Goku's gi?
I mean, it's possible if whoever's, I don't know, is Akira Toriyama still alive, Mike? I have no idea.
Yeah, he's got some control. I think he's even involved in the new Dragon Ball movie.
Okay, I didn't know if he was like still involved with like ownership or like what happens with Dragon Balls as a property. So I mean, if he's like
he dipped out for a bit and then he came back.
So if he's like against Goku having a gun, I mean, it's very possible we don't get a Goku skin or something.
I don't know how much of that is like. I feel like what is it? Shueisha probably has a little bit more own. I mean, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But I feel like if they're the ones saying, "Yeah, go ahead, do this," they can say, "Go ahead, do this," and he wouldn't have that much of a say, unless
Yeah.
they're trying to keep him happy. But who knows?
Who knows, indeed. I mean, this most recent Naruto pack had 4 characters that I don't like. The first pack was Team 7, so those 4 characters being added to the game made sense at the same time because they're like in a squad together in Naruto. Whereas these 4 characters, I don't think they really have direct links that it made sense to put these specific 4 characters together, Mike, right?
Right. I mean, they have relationships, but
With the story,
you wouldn't
yeah.
consider them with the story. But I wouldn't consider them a group.
Yeah.
Per se.
So I guess with the next, if they were to add 4 more Naruto characters, Mike, who do you think would be those characters?
Well, hold on a second. I think what ended up, we've done this before.
Wait, we've done this conversation before?
No, not this conversation, but essentially wasn't. What I was going to say was, if you remove Team 7, who was in the top of the Naruto popularity polls, and I'm wondering if that is what dictated who showed up.
I mean, I would argue that the 4 that they added are across the series popular enough. Like, I think Rock Lee or maybe Jiraiya would be the 2, or I don't know, maybe Pain would be like the top of the list, I think, for potential additions.
Okay. So I wasn't so the top 3 for like the last character poll were Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi. 4 was Gaara, 5 was Itachi, Hinata's 10, and then I don't see Orochimaru anywhere.
What?
Here.
When is your poll from?
It is the last character poll, so
Okay.
it was the last one of the series. Oh, Orochimaru is like way down there.
Yeah, Orochimaru
Well,
I don't personally
Mr.
care about.
I can see him being a bigger one early in the series, but that would have been prior to Itachi showing up. But yeah, it doesn't matter. So you were asking who I thought would be next.
Yeah, if they were going to drop 4 more at some point, who do you think would squeeze in?
Rock Lee, I still think maybe Neji, and then
Is Neji Hinata's brother, or is it Neji that won't? Neji is the other Byakugan, right?
yeah, Neji's
Okay.
Neji's Hinata's cousin.
Cousin. Okay, sorry.
She does have a sister, but I wouldn't see her coming in this. And then maybe just to round out the San in Jiraiya and Tsunade.
I could maybe see that.
Yeah, or Kiba.
Or Kiba. Todd's right.
People do love dogs.
Shoji, Shikamaru. Actually, Shikamaru is probably
Yeah, I would want Shikamaru over. I mean, I'd buy a Rock Lee skin, but I would only buy a Rock Lee skin if there was an emote for removing ankle weights, leg weights. Like, if there wasn't an emote for that, then it's a waste. Like, don't even bring it.
Oh, that would be a dope. Yeah,
It'd be incredible.
That'd be a built-in emote.
That would be incredible. It's only you can only use it when you win.
That'd be great.
Just like the Adam Sandler emote. Todd's never gonna hear that episode because Todd's not gonna listen to the podcast. But that was one of my favorite episodes of the podcast ever. When the week you weren't here, we did a what do we think? We were just talking about like future collabs and like what could happen, and we like went on a whole tangent about a like insurance collaboration pack, and then we did a whole fucking like with like all the insurance mascots, like fucking the Geico thing and like fucking Jake from State Farm. Yeah, Flo. Flo would have like 20 skins because she's got so many characters. And then we did a whole Adam Sandler one that got fucking wild. And then the level 100 skin for Adam Sandler is from Uncut Gems.
That's great. They need to make that. Let's put that notice in.
That's what I'm saying. How do we write to Epic?
Let's do it. No, we just do a change petition.
All right,
You
let's
get the
do
Happy Gilmore shirt with like the what's
There's a lot of potential. A lot of potential. I don't think you wore it, Red Wings. No,
I can't remember. I don't know.
He was wearing a Bruins jersey.
Oh, well, I don't. Why am I thinking Red Wings? Who the fuck wears a Red Wings jersey in a movie? A movie that I've seen.
But
Oh,
Dr.
you're
Cox
thinking of
Scrubs.
Save Paris?
Yeah.
Paris Goes Off?
Yeah, what's his name? Cameron from
Yeah,
Ferris
yeah.
Bueller's Day Off.
He was
Sure, maybe. I don't know. I don't even.
He's like,
I've
wait,
said
no.
that, seen that movie at some point, maybe. Who are the 4 insta buys for you, Mike? If we get, I mean, I feel like if we're getting 4 Dragon Ball skins, it's easily Goku, Vegeta. Like, there's no reason they wouldn't be there. So who are the other 2?
Yeah.
It's got to be Piccolo, right?
Probably Piccolo.
Now, if they're just pulling
And-
from Z, or if they're pulling from Z and Super, do you think that 4th character slot changes?
It depends on what they're trying to do. I would say Goku, Vegeta, and Vegeta's actually kind of tough just because he's canonically just shorter than Goku, and I don't know if it would work as a character model. So they might nix him, put in Piccolo, put in adult Gohan, and then maybe
Mike.
just to put some variety, put in like Android 18.
So hold on. Every character that's in Fortnite is canonically the same height. What are we talking about right now?
Not canonically the same height, but it would just look weird to put Goku and Vegeta next to each other when you know that there's a huge height discrepancy. Like even Morty, when they put him in like a mech because he's shorter than Rick.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but like Wolverine is just chilling. He's not canonically tall, is he?
No, but
He's
they
not
also the
Him hunched all the
the
time.
model is always hunched over.
Yeah, so fucking hunch over Vegeta. If they're putting skins there, there will be a fucking riot in the streets, Mike, if Vegeta's not there. You really think they would not add Vegeta as a
I'm
skin?
not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I can see why they might not do it.
Yeah, I guess.
I think seeing Vegeta and Goku stand next to each other at eye level would just look weird. It would just look weird to me.
There's definitely some way they can do it without. We're not talking like he's Ant-Man, you know what I mean? Like he's not like super small compared to, like, they could figure it out. Anyways, who would be the 4th slot that gets your V-Bucks, your fucking Johnny V-Bucks?
Trunks. Go with Trunks, Mike.
Trunks is probably. I don't. Is Trunks in Super? Is Piccolo in Super? I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, it's just a continuation of Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Are they still? I would hope Piccolo's still a popular character, but I know Trunks was hot back when I was a kid. But like, is Trunks like
Frieza
fucking
would
the
be a
hot shit
popular
now?
skin, too. I feel like Frieza's always in everything.
He's also in everything, but he's also like short.
Yeah,
They can
Freezer
put
is
him in
very
pretty
short.
So
Isn't Broly
So-
like a hot thing right now?
I don't think
Kind of.
Broly's
In the last couple of years.
Broly's popular now, Mike.
Broly's been popular.
Nah,
Yeah, Broly has
stop
been
that.
popular the last
Stop
few
that.
years.
Just put 7
Broly's
Gokus
been
in
popular.
there. Just give me Blue Goku.
Broly's been popular since his first movie, and then they brought him back, I think, twice, and those were non-canonical films. And now they brought him back again in Super, which is now canonical.
I've never cared about
And,
any of that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so if they're
That's
doing,
why you don't have Mike's in a minute.
so if they're doing stuff that's tied to the new Dragon Ball Super movie, they might just pick, Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, somebody else. I doubt they would pick one of like the antagonists from the movie.
Mike, I don't care what you think they're gonna pick. I'm saying, what's getting Mike to whip out his fucking
Mike.
fat wallet and dropping, 40 fucking V-Bucks? What is getting you? What 4 skins are getting you to pay up?
What foreskin, Mike?
What foreskin?
What foreskin do I want? I want Cooler. I want Garlic Jr. I want Janemba, and I want Bio Broly.
So, Cooler and Garlic Jr. are from spin-off movies, correct? That are not like considered
Yes.
canon. I don't know if the other 2 characters are also that.
Also.
Okay, all
spin-off
right.
characters.
I like what you're doing here. It's clear we're never gonna get a really answer to Mike for anything ever. So keep sipping that mango margarita. But rounding us out this evening is the Disney daddy, Mr. Dominic 40. Yes, we never finished the intro.
I was kind of hoping that you forgot.
No, I didn't. I was at some point waiting to be like, how do we right this train? How do we get back on track? How are you doing?
You know what we need? We need a Krillin skin, but we need Krillin in like a mech or something. Something
Exactly.
crazy. Because we need Krillin,
Yeah.
but we need him to like be proportionate to everybody else.
Proportional, exactly. Exactly. Just have him floating around all the time.
Yeah.
But he still has a hitbox above where he's floating.
He has like a ghost form around him while he's floating.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like still shoot his I don't know, levitating body.
What if we got a Yamcha Crater emote, Mike? Is that an insta buy for you?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to figure out how they can get all of Mikey's dollar bills.
100%. So here's what I'm thinking. And, you know, it would be a game time decision probably. Since I've already gotten all the Naruto stuff, like, even though Dragon Ball is special, I've kind of scratched more or less the base anime itch by getting all those Naruto skins. And then Dragon Ball is like, oh yeah, it's there. It means something to me. Maybe I'll get like a cosmetic, but I don't know if I'd really get the skins. And I could be wrong. Who knows? If they just look good, maybe I'd buy them.
Mike, if there's
Whereas
a
if there was a
Vegeta skin that had a built-in emote that was it's over 9,000 and he breaks his fucking scouter. Like, you're not doing that. Or it's not only is it a built-in emote, but it's a built-in emote that's like squad reactive. So someone else on your team has to also hit the emo button and they go, "Hey Vegeta, what does the scouter say?" Like, come on, Mike. Come on.
Okay, so that's what we need. We need a Nappa skin. We need a Raditz skin.
No, it doesn't even need to be that. It just needs to be another person on your squad can join the emote and they can say that.
And they can say they bring in everybody to do voice lines for all the characters.
Yes.
For all the skins.
100%. Yes. All right. What were you going to say? I cut you off.
I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Half an episode on Fortnite. Love it.
People love hearing about us talk about Fortnite.
Do they? I don't know if it's the same as Overwatch. People loved our Overwatch years.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
honestly.
Overwatch is dead.
Says the person that played Overwatch today. When I talked to Todd earlier, I was like, "What are you playing today?" He goes, "I don't want to tell you what I'm playing," because he was playing fucking Overwatch.
Wow.
Anyways, before we get into that, this week's episode of the Past Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on over to 1 Washington Square, get yourself a delicious fatty, and educate yourself on these tasty treats by going over to Instagram at Goodnight Fatty. And let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. A couple other housekeeping things. A couple of friends of the programs have some charity streams happening soon, so I wanted to plug those. If you're watching this live, or if I post it tomorrow during the day, which we'll see if this gets up before that, Axe of the Blood God is doing a 24-hour live stream starting tomorrow benefiting Trans Lifeline. They have a lot of different segments, a lot of different games and other things going on during that. I will be making a special appearance, doing a special RPG version of What's in the Box just for them. So you can tune in to that. And then on July 22nd, friend of the show, Nessa, is doing a 24-hour Fall Guys charity stream with a lot of cool people coming in and out. I will be making an appearance there as well. And all the money for that is going to local abortion funds. So make sure you throw those on your calendar. Check those out if you are able to. And then the last of the charity stream announcements is this upcoming week. I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things. I'm going to be finishing Babylon's Fall at some point. Log into my Twitter at BeagleRoom if you want to know when I announce the time and date, because it's still kind of in the air, but it will happen this week. And then I will also probably be doing a 12-hour live stream on Saturday, potentially, and maybe some other things throughout the week. So keep a lookout on my Twitter, and I will share updates as those things are about to go live and as they are announced publicly. But a couple of live streams prepared throughout this week for MG, so definitely tune into those and share those if you can. Other than that, I wanted to bring up, but I'm still going to bring it up, even though we talked for a bit, but I started watching a show on Paramount Plus called Players. don't know if anyone is familiar with this show.
Is that the one where it's basically like about not League of Legends, but they're doing like a parody of
League of Legends.
Okay, yeah, I've seen the trailer. I meant to watch it. I didn't know it already came out.
Were you gonna say it's a parody of what?
Well, not a parody of, but like, I guess parody is the best example of it. Like they follow the storyline of one of the pro players, basically.
Yes.
Whatever.
So because I knew it was about League of Legends, I had like in my brain wrote this show off as like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch this show. But friends of the show, both Jesse and Eric, had spoken highly of it. They're currently watching it because I think it's still currently airing. So there's new episodes weekly, I think, or however Paramount rolls things out. But I believe it's still currently being released. There are at least a few episodes out, but they spoke highly of it. And then I was listening to another podcast. I forget who, but they were also talking highly about the show. And I was like, fuck it. You know what? I need a show to watch. I'll throw this on, check out an episode. I watched the first episode last night and it's really fucking good. Like, it's funny. I like the way that it's shot, where it's like mockumentary style, where it's like happening currently, but also seems like spliced in between that. It seems like the mockumentary stuff is it seems like the mockumentary stuff is happening after the fact, but it's being put into the show as the show is happening, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of like they're recollecting on these events as they're happening to us, the viewer. And then it's also giving us like stuff in the past too, but it's really good. It's funny. I think it's like a good representation just in general of esports. I don't know if it's a good representation of the league scene because I don't play or watch that, but I think it's interesting. I started to watch the second episode last night, but it was getting late, and I was like, I kind of want to like give my full attention to this and not fall asleep. So I did not watch the full second episode, but it's pretty good. I would recommend it. I think it's very entertaining.
I want to say, I'm speaking my ass now, and I'm going to look it up while I'm saying it out loud, and I'll fact check myself afterwards. The same people that did American Vandal might be behind this show?
They are.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
So I don't need to look it up.
Is that the show?
I forgot about that show.
Is that the show with the high school kid or whatever that like drew dicks? I never watched that show. Is that what that is? Okay. Is that? Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a good show. People love that show.
It's supposed to be a good show. I've also been meaning to watch it.
Did it get a second season?
I think it did get a second. Yeah.
It's not the kid who drew the dicks for fucking what's it called movie? Is it for Superbad? Is that the same kid?
No. It's basically a parody of when we all got super into, what was that podcast called? Remember that podcast?
Something.
We all got super into a podcast. I do not remember this time.
Not when I say we, I don't mean like the four of us. I mean it was like a cultural phenomenon. People were like, "Oh yeah, have you been listening to this podcast about that guy?"
The one where the guy got arrested and they found out.
No idea.
They're like, "Oh, it wasn't actually him."
Yeah.
Wow, we are just not.
Heard of it. Yeah,
is it like a murder podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't listen to true. Like I don't even. That stuff's not even my fucking.
Yeah, and then Netflix made a show about it too.
Yeah, it was like the big murder podcast a few years ago.
Yeah,
Making a Murderer.
Is that what it's called?
Making a Murderer. Yeah, that was it.
I mean, that title sounds familiar, but like I have no interest in true crime or murder stuff, so I'm like that. I just
okay.
I don't,
well, anyway, American Vandal was kind of a riff off of that, except instead of a murderer, it was
interesting.
Like, oh, what if the big crime was someone was drawing dicks?
Yeah,
all over the school.
Like
I definitely watched the first season. I can't remember if I watched the second season.
I don't know if this League of Legends show, Players, is supposed to be based on something or riffing off of something else. I think it's just supposed to be like a comedic sort of, not serious. I don't know. I feel like prior to this, and even kind of prior to Mythic Quest, even though I think Mythic Quest can be a little ridiculous at times, I feel like there's not a lot of like stuff that it's about video games or video game culture, or whenever video games or video game culture gets brought into a show, it's always like just not an actual fucking good representation of that. I feel like this show, though it is funny and they're clearly like kind of poking at certain things that are about the esports scene ridiculous, like the main character's name is Cream Cheese, and it's like, yeah, everyone uses fucking ridiculous names online, and like that's whatever. But like, it's also just funny to hear like in a regular conversation they call each other those names. Like, I'm not calling Mike fucking, I don't know. I'm not calling
Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket. Sure, I don't know. It's just good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually looking forward to watching the next episode.
The name you just said though is like makes me feel like it's someone who would be streaming League of Legends. You know, like that. Whatever the name you just said.
I mean, I don't personally know, but I know a streamer named Kareem Cheese. Like, their name is Kareem, and their like Twitch channel is Kareem Cheese, I think. I just know of them. I don't know them. I don't know.
It made American Vandal in Players is from Massachusetts too.
I did not know that.
Hey, look at that. Putting us on the map.
One for the home team. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. I'm looking forward to watching more. I recommend it. I after one episode, I would recommend it. Like, they're like 35-ish minutes long. I don't know if they're all the same length, but first episode was good. I enjoyed it. It's a funny show. I think it's pretty great. The other thing I wanted to talk about today, and there was actually another topic, but we're way too deep into this episode, so that's just going to get pushed to another time. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, specifically because I've been playing it, and it's a game that all of us will, I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume we're all going to care about it and play it when it comes out. And both Mike and now Todd are still currently playing the first game. I've
played 2 to 3 matches today. That's it.
Okay, and that's the end. Yeah, mm-hmm. I'm gonna uninstall it and then reinstall it. And Mike, whenever I see Mike sign on to Xbox, or if I see Mike is on Xbox, and I'm like, oh shit, is Mike playing Fortnite? And I look, he is always playing Overwatch, which is fine. I love it.
Yeah, I just noticed that today.
I need to get more loot boxes. I need to get more loot boxes before Overwatch 2 comes out.
Mike's banking them up. But I've spent a lot of time with the Overwatch 2 beta at this point. I've put in a few lengthy night sessions with friends of the show, and it is good. It is very good. Like, not that I expected it to not be. What? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like I don't want it to be what it is right now, though. I play Call of Duty for fast pace. I like the pace of Overwatch. Like, I don't know if I want to jump into this like crazy fast paced, like,
I wouldn't say
tanky.
It's crazy fast paced. You haven't played it.
I feel like that's all I've been reading on it. Like, whenever I go to like read stuff like on people who are currently playing it, they say it's like way more like DPS fast paced focus.
I still think all of the core focuses of Overwatch are the same. Like, it's still built around, a cohesive team comp. The difference is that there is one less tank on the field. Unless you're playing like not roll lock and you just want to be able to mix it up however you want, it's just a 5-on-5. But like, yeah, in roll lock, it's 1 tank, 2 support, 2 DPS, and I think with that loss of a 6th player on your team, I think it just means everything means more. Everything is more valuable. Everyone's role is more important. If the tank is not doing their job, you're going to have a hard time. If the healers aren't doing their job, you're going to have a hard time. DPS not doing their job, you're going to have a hard time. Everything just matters more. The new maps that are there so far are really fun. There's the new game mode, which I now forget what it's called. Is it just called Push?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is, I think, could end up being my favorite game mode. I know that some of the people I've been playing with definitely have mixed thoughts on Push, but I think it is a good addition. So basically, Push is you both start in your spawns. In the middle of the map is a robot, and you have to capture the robot, and then the robot, like the payload, moves on a specific course to the enemy's base or whatever. And
they can push it back.
So it's like
Battlefield had a mode like that. I love those type of modes.
It's really fun. It is like, I feel like it is a very like difficult mode to win, but it's very satisfying when you win, because like it is quick to turn the robot around. Like, if you get wiped, they're turning it around and they're fucking walking it towards your spawn. And it's like a full team push every time you go back to the robot. Like the game kind of forces you. It's like if you're gonna trickle in at this point, you're not going to take this over. It's like you're waiting for your team to spawn back, and you're going in as a unit, and you're going in with a plan, and it's like the plan is we need to fucking take this robot back. I haven't played every character yet because I've been oddly enough getting a lot of support and a lot of DPS, and I haven't really played much tank. And whenever I do play tank, I just pick Reinhardt. So I haven't tried out some of the other tanks changes. Like I've been playing with Cam, and Cam likes Doomfist, and Doomfist is a tank now. And I know he is not a big fan of the changes made to Doomfist.
I was gonna say, how is he as like a solo tank? I feel like that's kind of crazy, going Doomfist.
I feel like it's still so early to kind of figure out what the better tanks are to use. I personally just think because Reinhardt has a
bigger now?
I think he's a little bit bigger, yeah. I think personally, just because of the one tank situation, Reinhardt, in my opinion, is the best tank because he has a shield he can walk around with. They made his attacks better. He now has 2 flame strikes instead of 1, so like you have 2 projectiles on a cooldown. I feel like Sojourn. I mean, and again, from now until October when the game comes out, I think there's going to be a lot of changes to some of these characters, a lot of tweaks. I think the beta is probably, like, when this beta ends on July 18th, they will probably at least do one more beta. And I think a big part of the beta, other than, like, just testing the game and whatever, is probably to see player data and see who's picking who and, like, what's not being used and what's not working, and probably tweaking some of these characters before the game comes out, even though Overwatch 2, just like Overwatch 1, will be a living game that they'll, patch and tweak constantly and make changes to the characters on the roster. I think Sojourn is way overpowered. Like, Sojourn is definitely going to get changed, at least in some way, before the game comes out, because I feel like every team we play against has a Sojourn, and that Sojourn is ridiculous and constantly on the top of the kill board and whatnot. I will say, because it's crossplay and you're playing in the PC pool, a lot of Zenyatta. I don't know if that's normal in Overwatch 1 on PC, but so much Zenyatta. Like,
I think it's because he got buffed in, like, his kick is stronger.
His kick is...
So
I have watched more than once him kick someone in the face to kill them. Not like in one hit. Awesome. Not like one hit, but like a couple of fucking orbs and then boom, like kick him right in the face. But yeah, we have played against some very good Zenyatas, and they have been very, very hard to deal with.
Zenyatta's so fun to play. He's like, I like
Zenyatta. I've been played a few. I haven't dug in myself into the actual like text supporting the nerfs and changes to every character. But just from playing as Pharah in a few matches, it feels like they have made some significant changes to Pharah's damage output and her how long you can fly and a few other things. But I haven't like read into the actual notes on the character changes to see if that's accurate or not. But it could also be, again, because a lot of characters now have like more health and more shield and all these other things. So there's a lot of changes to make. Like, even though there's one tank, I feel like if not all of them, in some way, all of the tanks got major buffs to account for the fact that they're one tank on the field. I don't know. It's very good. Like it has done so far what I was hoping it would do, and like light this Overwatch fire under me again. I hope it continues. I hope it stays the same when the game comes out. I think with it being free to play, it's a no-brainer for the 4 of us to jump in October when it comes out. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Discord notifications right now, and they are all playing Overwatch, and someone pinged me to play. So it's like everyone is ready, like wants to play constantly. And I think when it comes out, we'll all have constantly like a team to play with, which I think makes it a better game overall. Todd won't have to solo queue hell all the time.
See, we'll see. I mean, Halo didn't last too long.
I'll play Halo anytime. Tell me when you want to play.
No. I'm just saying in general. I feel like everyone's kind of. I don't think people stick to games like we used to.
Overwatch is different.
Like minus Fortnite.
I mean, I think Overwatch is different. The group of people that are friends of the show, they're all Overwatch sickos like we are. Like Overwatch is a game that like Ken still plays Overwatch, just like Mike is still currently playing Overwatch. Like I think that's just kind of ingrained
I
in.
might have the most hours of Overwatch out of fucking. I gotta look at mine and see what they fucking are.
Probably
Oh,
still
you
has
definitely
the
have the most
depressing.
hours. I mean, Mike
It's
probably
like
creeped up
depressing.
there though. Mike's still been. I feel like
Actually,
Mike's been
Mike
playing
probably,
enough.
yeah. Because like the
I
last 2
pop
years, I
in-
haven't played much.
I pop in, get my 9 wins a week
Yeah,
in holidays. Just that it takes me a long time to get those 9 wins because
so you're
I
racking
go
up them
on
hours.
I go on massive losing streaks.
I feel like I might be missing a skin or two here and there, but like I feel like I have most of the stuff at this point. I think I missed some of the new skins.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how old skins are gonna function with the new stuff. Like some, I don't know if all of the characters got redesigns across the board, but I guess you can probably just use the old skins. I don't know. I'm into it. I'm excited. I can't wait. October's gonna be great. It's gonna be hard to play anything else when that comes out. For me,
What? Ooh, yo, but come on, Modern Warfare is coming out.
couldn't tell you the last time I bought a Call of Duty. No, I did.
I think Modern Warfare.
Whichever
Modern
one,
Warfare.
whichever one had,
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
whichever one had the first part of Warzone.
Yeah, it was Modern Warfare.
It was called Modern
So
Warfare.
yeah. So the sequel is coming out to that.
Yeah, cool. No, I'm
I'll
good.
play that.
No,
I
I'm
will
good.
play that.
I'm all set with Call of Duty. I never need to buy a Call of Duty again. I'm happy for that.
I mean, you won't have to probably, because I mean,
Yeah,
that
in a year.
acquisition already got passed.
Yeah, I don't know though. That's a game where
It made it through like everything, like them acquiring Activision.
I
and
guess
everything.
if they keep Call of Duty multi-platform and on Xbox it's Game Pass and everywhere else you're buying it, they're still going to make a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, it'd be great. Another game I don't have to buy.
But I'm still not going to play it. I don't even know if I've ever finished a Call of Duty campaign. I just don't care about Call of Duty. It's just not my cup of tea. I think Rainbow Six Siege is like the only realistic shooter that I enjoy. I just don't think I like realistic shooters.
Yeah, I think Rainbow Six at the beginning was like some of the just like really fun. Like we played the shit out of that game, like almost like we played Overwatch when the first couple months that game was
Yeah,
out.
I've always kind of wanted to dip back into Siege, but I think if you want to play,
It's overwhelming.
you got to, yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of new characters, a lot of new maps, and I don't know. I would only want to really dip my toes in if I was playing with like at least 3 other people. I wouldn't want to play with strangers in that because I feel like I'm just gonna get yelled at and I don't need that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man, like you think I always like complained about Overwatch. I've jumped back into Rainbow Six a couple times sporadically over the last couple of years. Yo, the messages I get when I play my first game because I haven't played it in so long. People are brutal. Like, and they'll yell at me through the screen. They'll drop out of the match. They'll report me. I'm like, damn. I was like, okay.
I don't need to do that. Like, I wouldn't play ranked if I went back to it at first. At least I would just play quick play, and I still I feel like I'd still get yelled at there.
Yeah, it's because there's so many new maps that I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah, I'm all set with that. But anyways, I think that's a good place to wrap things up since we talked a lot about Overwatch.
Is Once Upon a Time the movie?
Oh yeah, Todd's pick is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that is the PTC Movie Club pick for July. So make sure, I don't know where it's streaming or if it's streaming anywhere, but make sure.
I want to say HBO Max possibly.
I wasn't paying attention. Is it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Dom, did you buy that movie?
I may have.
I'll double check. It might be in my library somewhere.
I believe it's on something. I saw it, I think. I can check right now.
Mike, since you're still currently playing Overwatch, like where is your excitement for Overwatch 2?
Bro, I keep telling you, I'm only playing Total Mayhem. I don't know if I care.
Right.
I'll try it. I'll try the new Overwatch, but I think I'm only in it for Total Mayhem. If I don't see
What if
it,
they have Super Total Mayhem?
Super Total Mayhem. Mike, I'm sure there will be an arcade in Overwatch 2.
Okay. So then
Nope, they got rid of the
when I see
arcade.
that, that'll
It's
be
competitive only.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying that even when Overwatch 2 comes out, Mike, and it's free to play, you're not gonna play, you're not gonna fucking squad up with us? You're not gonna rank? You're
Bro,
not gonna rank up?
I told you. I
here's
don't
what's gonna
think
end up
they're
happening.
just-
I'm gonna get home. It'll be
We're
like a
gonna yell at
Wednesday
him, and he's
night,
gonna get on because we told him to.
and their text
Basically.
like, "Yo, we're getting on Overwatch. Let's play." And I'm like, "Ah, all right." And
I
I'll
guess
turn on
so.
my Xbox and I'll play with you
Yeah,
guys.
right.
And then someone's gonna show up in the party like, "Oh, you guys already at 5." Like, "Oh, no. I'll go. Just wait this one out. We're about to lose. Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
I'm out."
That's fine. But I mean, I'm sure that Total Mayhem, even if it's not there at the beginning, will like they're gonna bring back, I would imagine, most if not all of those game modes into an arcade format.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So what do you? It's free. It's also free to play.
For now, I'm gonna assuming I get into the beta, and it can go either way.
I feel like I'm definitely not getting into the beta.
I'll give it a spin, see how it plays.
I can confidently say that even
Maybe
if
I'll be wowed. Maybe I'll be wowed and be like, "Oh, you know what? This is my shit now. I want to play again."
hell yeah, love it. There's some good maps. There's some good stuff in there. But you're also excited for the PvE stuff, Mike, right?
Yeah, but that's always away.
I think it's just next year, right? I don't think it's. I mean, that could change, but yeah, I mean, so you are excited about the PvE stuff. What is exciting you about that?
I feel like it's just less stress dealing with that many people in a single game. Besides my teammates, the other people playing, like, let me just play against a bunch of AI.
Okay.
Just blow up some robots.
Okay. Are you excited for like the mechanics that exist in the PvE, where it's like you have like different move sets and like stuff you can change with the characters and stuff, or is that not really a thing you care about?
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about that. It's one of those things that on paper I think is more than I want, in the sense that I'm a very simple-minded boy, and if I get too many options, I get flustered and confused and I don't like it.
Okay.
But in practice it might be fine. So maybe I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I get this. Let me just change my tracer ult to do this instead," and I'll be happy.
Okay.
When I play.
What about you, Dom? Is it you think Overwatch is gonna rekindle the flame for you?
I don't know. We'll see.
You have no, as of right now, as it stands right now, you have no interest.
I mean, I'll play it. I don't know.
Fast, let's go, Dom. Push back. I like it.
I mean, if no one wants to play, that's fine. I am currently playing it, and it's good, and I'm going to continue to play it. I think it has the possibility to pull us all back in and be a good time. We'll still have plenty of time for Fortnite. We're not walking away from Fortnite.
We shall see.
I don't know. I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised with how much fun Overwatch 2 is going to be.
As long as I can yell at people still, I think it'll be a good game. Because I'm ready to go back to fucking 2019, Todd.
Anyways,
2018.
Oh boy, even when I play Overwatch now, because
Getting all those
like
messages.
there's just messages. You can just do like game chat, and people are typing in the weirdest shit. I'm just like, oh my god, why are we doing this? Although at the same time, I'm like, I should start using this more often because I want to be mad at people.
Maybe it's just because the beta pool is so much smaller, and it's people that maybe just overall are excited and want to play Overwatch. The chat in game has not been bad at all. It is like legitimately been like, when we win a match, most of the time the other team is either just saying GG's, or there's been like some extremely nice messages like, wow, I can't believe you guys turned that around, from the other team. And it's like, what? Like, is this gaming online in 2022? What is going on? I love to see it. I love to see
Those are
it.
all Blizzard employees.
Yeah.
Just Blizzard employees trying to bait the hook.
But yeah, there's been a lot of like positive like exchanges, which I enjoy. I thought it's a nice little change pace for what I'm used to seeing. I feel like what most people are used to seeing on the internet, unfortunately. But without further ado, that brings us to everyone's favorite segment, a game we like to call What's in the Box. If you're unfamiliar with What's in the Box, this is your first episode listening. Every week, I pull 3 games off the shelf behind me. I read the back of the box. The panel has to guess what that game is based on what I read. First person to get that right gets the point. The score for the year so far, Dom at 38, Todd at 28, Mike at 21, and then a bunch of guess points rounding out the board. Without further ado, game number 1. Ignite the Revolution. The blank blank. 1775. As a Native American blank fights to protect...
Assassin's Creed 3.
Yes, it is Assassin's Creed 3.
I was trying to decide which Assassin's Creed it was. As soon as you said Ignite the Revolution, I knew it was an Assassin's Creed game, but I was going to say Black
when you said
Flag.
1776, and I had to like do all the Assassin's Creed in my head. I'm like, not 1, not 2. It's sir.
Wow, that's a quick one, and a point for Todd nonetheless. That puts Todd at 29. Game number 2. I'm gonna skip this game actually because now that I'm about to read it, no, it's way too easy. No, even if omitting words makes it too easy.
Don't count it. Just read it. This doesn't count.
All right, no points.
No points.
Unleash the power of blank blank, like never before in a new chapter of the blank blank saga. Unleash epic blank powers and devastating combos. Discover the untold story of blank blank's secret apprentice set between blank 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 and blank.
Epic Mickey?
Does no one knows this really?
Yeah.
It's a Kirby game.
Mike, do you not know it either?
Apprentice? I keep going because I feel like I should know it.
So should maybe we just put this back in play then. This is a.
No.
I thought this was easy. Maybe it's not. It's back in play. This is a live one. Lifelike reactions from characters' environments that are different every time you play. Unleash the power of the blank, like never before in a new chapter of the blank blank saga. Unleash epic force blank.
Oh,
yeah, never mind.
Force Awakens.
I said force by accident. Yeah, it's Force Unleashed.
Force Awakens.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Is it Force Unleashed 2?
No, it's the first one. I didn't, when I read through it the first time, I didn't realize that it said unleash the power, and I was like, maybe that's too much. That's why I was gonna skip it. But then I said force, so never mind. That one does not count. The real game number 2. Transcending history and the world, a tale of blank and blank eternally retold.
Fuck. Are you reading this from the screen, or are you reading?
I have this game, but I am reading the case off the screen.
Okay. Soul Calibur 2.
What the fuck? Yes. There was a lot more to read too, but okay. Yes, Todd got Soul Calibur 2.
Because that line that they say is what they say, like right when the game starts. I believe it. Yeah. Because I didn't know if it was going to be Soul Calibur 4 or like one of the new ones, and I was like, I don't know. You went Dreamcast? Was that the Dreamcast back of box?
No, Soul Calibur 2 was the one that had Spawn, Link, and Heihachi.
Dreamcast. Oh wait, no. That was 2? Okay.
Soul Calibur 2 was GameCube, Xbox.
Oh, okay.
PlayStation.
The Soul Calibur on Dreamcast is actually Soul Calibur 2. It's just called Soul Calibur 1. The first Soul Calibur game is called Soul Edge, I think.
Edge, yeah.
So this is like the second Soul Calibur game, but it's really the third game in that. Anyways, now I gotta pull up another game. What are we thinking here?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is not streaming, as far as I can tell. By the way.
Damn, that's how they get you.
Damn. Fucking making you guys go broke. How much is it to rent on Apple? How much is it to buy, actually? I should probably just buy it.
Buy, I think it was 15. I didn't check to
It's
rent.
not bad. I think it's like $3.99.
All right, let me see if this works.
Oh yeah, Domi bought that movie.
I did?
It's in my library.
Nice.
It was like accidentally just bought it.
Oh yeah, it's right at the top.
Game number 3.
I'm kidding.
I
It's
just
not
bought
right at the top. I'm kidding. It's not right at the top.
All justice, no restraints. As a genetically enhanced agent of justice, it's your job to rid the city of crime by any means necessary. You're the extreme solution to an extreme problem as you attempt to take out 21 gang bosses and restore order to a sprawling metropolis teeming with lawlessness and strife. High-octane chases on foot and by car, from the highest rooftops down to the busiest streets. Their city, your rules. Team up and take it out.
Oh, what was the name of that?
Take it back
game?
in cooperative play.
Is it Crackdown?
Oh, that's the one.
It is Crackdown.
That's what I was thinking.
Todd
of,
with the fucking sweep.
Let's go.
Wow.
I was trying to picture that. It's like, what was that game with
I just
Terry
literally
Crews?
couldn't. Yeah, I kept hearing
was that
Terry
game with
Crews'
Terry Crews?
name.
Todd just fucking swept. That's
I would say Crackdown 3, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I was nervous about saying Crackdown just in general, and then because I didn't know if it would be like 2 or 3, and I was like, fuck, I'll just say Crackdown. Then I was going to say Crackdown 2 immediately after.
that ends the week with Dom at 38, Todd at 31, and Mike at 21.
Finally gaining a little bit of ground.
I know.
I feel like Dom's just been dominating.
Whoa, Baccarat.
Oh.
Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 323. Fuck, we really fucked up on episode 313 by not fucking
Could have been.
doing a whole 8 Mile episode, huh?
Everybody on the 313.
Damn.
I mean, we fucked up on a Michael Jordan episode right now. We could have just fucking gone the whole time.
Wow, what is 313? Wait,
I thought you
313.
said 323.
Yeah, 323.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Michael Jordan's on the cover of the new NBA 2K. There you go.
Okay.
We did it. We brought it back around. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 323 of the Past Control Podcast. Leave us a review, share us on social media, subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts, and let a friend know. And I don't know, buy a shirt, subscribe to us on Twitch, whatever. There's plenty of ways to support us. We appreciate any way you interact and support us. Until next time.